Hi guys, you all must be wondering what exactly am I doing here and what is the purpose of me talking to you today. So I have started with a new series which is called as Let's Study Together, and there is a very specific and well-defined purpose of that series. I've been finding a lot of people, a lot of students who are criticizing it, a lot of students who are praising it, and at the same time a lot of students who are unable to understand why exactly is it that they're doing it. Is it a marketing gimmick? What is the purpose of it all? Is it just to get more people on the platform? Well, that's exactly not the purpose of what I'm doing. And there's a very, rational and proven scientific reason behind what exactly is it that I've started. And so I thought, let's explain it to you so that whatever exams you might be preparing for, whether it's RBI, whether it's SEBI, whether it's NABARD or any other exam, whether it's UPSC, it's important that you keep these things in mind because your purpose when you're preparing for these examinations is to crack these examinations. So I thought let's create a video, talk about the important things which we normally hear from other people, which we forget also at the same time, and we are not able to improve upon and implement in our everyday lives. So there are two, three important things that I'm going to talk about here, and all these things are related with the new series Let's Study Together that I had started, and it's still going on. The second video will come out very shortly with white noise, and I'll explain to you what white noise is. So let me talk about the first important thing. First of all, Theodore Roosevelt, who was the president of United States, the 26th president, had talked about something called as high quality work production. So he said that there are two variables of on which the high quality of a work which you're producing depends upon, and these are number one, time spent into intensity of focus. So time and intensity, both of them go simultaneously, go together. They're directly proportional to each other. What we normally do in our everyday lives is we focus on the time spent, but we lose focus from the intensity of focus that is more important or that is equally important, let's say, to make it easier. So the purpose of Let's Study Together is to help you focus more towards intensity as well at the same time, because what you're doing is you are having or you're creating short sessions for yourself, 30 minutes or 25 minutes each. After every session you're taking a short break of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then you're again sitting for the short session of 25 to 30 minutes. So what it does is, because you know that the session is going to be very short, 25 to 30 minutes, it's better that I study. Let's keep the phone apart for 25 minutes. Let's just study for 25 minutes, then I'll have a look at the phone. Because it's a short period, so you are able and you're willing to make that sacrifice, and therefore your intensity is increasing. So that is what I'm trying to work upon. That is what I'm trying to help you inculcate or implement in your everyday lives when you're preparing for these exams, where you have to focus both on the time spent. Everybody talks about 8 hours, 10 hours a day, but nobody talks about intensity of focus. So both of them are equally important, and that's why that's what Let's Study Together is trying to do. You have 30 sessions along with me. Just open that video, keep it aside, close the tab, let it keep running. It'll keep running behind, and whenever you feel that you're losing focus, just open it, see that okay, he's also studying there. We started together, we're studying for the next 30 minutes. Let's spend, it's been 15 minutes, let's spend another 15, and then I'll take a break, and then after 15 minutes you take a break. Okay, so those 30 minutes of high intensity study, just like high intensity workout that you have, is going to help you a lot. And the second thing that I must talk about is these seven important things that you have to keep in mind while you're studying, which are in line with Theodore Roosevelt's idea of time spent into intensity of focus. Number one, a single target of focus. So I hear a lot of times, and I myself do it subconsciously, something called as multitasking. Now there are a lot of advantages of multitasking, but at the same time there are a lot of disadvantages as well. The major disadvantage being you forget to live in the present, you forget to focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on at the present time period. And this is what we have to remove when we are studying. So there has to be a single focus, single target of focus, and that's what Let's Study Together is trying to do. Because when I'm studying, let's say, operations management for management optional, I'm just doing that. I'm not doing anything else at that point of time for the next 30 minutes. I take a break. If I want to change, I change it. If I don't want to change, I want to move forward with the same subject, I keep going on, but I'm doing only one thing at a time. Keep the session sacred. So it means that it's very important that you don't distract yourself with videos which are, which make you spend 10-15 minutes, or waste 10-15 minutes, or let's say don't use your phone. Don't spend time talking on the phone while you're studying. Just keep your phone on silent in some other room or in a drawer, and just study for those 30 minutes. Then pick up the phone, spend 5 minutes, and probably get back to studies. Proper tools, this means water is very important. I always keep water right here. So water is here. Right now the glass is not here, but I always, whenever I'm studying, I recorded a session today morning itself. It was another Pomodoro session. It'll be up very soon, and in that session, you will see that I'm using a cup wherein I have tea, and I'm using a glass for water. So those are proper tools. Let's say you have enough pens. If you need, earphones, you have earphones. You need a laptop, you have it. You need all the books, so all the books are here. Whatever books I need for this session have to be kept at the starting of the session, then and there. Next is practice. So practice is a long-term objective that you have to keep in mind, and that's what I keep focusing upon by talking to you. That practice as many times as possible, revise as many times as possible. Use timers and deadlines. So that's what the Let's Study Together is trying to do. Use deadlines. Next 30 minutes, okay, I'm going to do this. Not done, another 30 minutes, I'm going to complete it. You're creating a deadline in your mind, and that helps you increase your intensity, increase your speed, increase your focus. Work alone. So study sessions or group studies are important, but they have to be in the ratio of 70-30 or 80-20. So 80% of the times you're studying alone, 20% of the times you're studying with friends or involving yourself in group studies. And this Let's Study Together, let me be very clear, it's not a group study method. It's just a way for you to help increase your focus, help increase your intensity, and help increase your discipline and will, because you see that another person is also studying at the same time when I am studying for the next 1.5 hours. So why not, why can't I do it? So it's not a group study method, it's a work alone method, wherein you just have a partner who's studying virtually with you in another part of the world maybe, but because he can do it, so can you. And make time for recovery. So this is the most important one, what to do in the 5 minute break. After you've done a intense session of 30 minutes, you need a break of 5 to 10 minutes. In that break, do what relaxes you the most. Don't do what is most important for you to be done. Do what relaxes you the most. I personally take a nap. I can take a nap of 5 minutes. I have developed that over a period of time. So I take a nap of 5 minutes, get back, uh, you know have another cup of coffee after getting up, and then start studying. So that's what I do. Everybody has a different method. I would recommend that you don't use the phone while you're taking a break, because it ends up wasting your entire time and you don't feel refreshed. At the end of usage of phone for the next 5-10 minutes, you will feel that you are even more tired, because you've used your energies, your visual energy, your hearing energy, your mental energy, and you're not relaxing yourself. So these are the 7 important points that I had figured out, that I had written down, that I thought are very important, and you should keep them in mind. So this is the entire focus or purpose of coming out with Let's Study Together session. If you need it, if you want those short, intense sessions of studies, do follow it. It is certainly going to help you. In 2 hours, with those sessions, you can do what otherwise you would do in 5 to 6 hours. That's the level of difference that I have seen in myself after I started following this particular method. And so I would highly recommend that you follow that method as well. All the best for your preparation. Take care.